Hi everyone, it's William, and it's late as you can see, but life is playing a bit of a joke on me today. My sister-in-law texted me this morning and asked if I could come to the catering kitchen and help out, and I thought it'd be a couple hours, but it ended up being all day. And now my hands are stained orange from peeling carrots. But okay, I survived it. I am back. I don't know if I'm going to manage to do a video for the 1921 diary entries today. It's always disappointing when I can't, but we have a pretty short, easy one for 1907, although I am bedeviled with Tatar place names that I can't pronounce, one illegible word, and then a mystery term that turned out to be, I think, Scandinavian. So there is a blank. So I'm not reading these in Dmitri's handwriting. They were transcribed for me by a friend in Russia, but she could not read this word. So yes, I think she's done a marvelous job overall, because Dmitri's handwriting was not always easy, sometimes worse than others. So let's dive in. This is the second half, I should say, of the diary entry, the long diary entry of the 23rd of September, 1907. Sunday, they started out going to church that day and then going to Harax to spend the afternoon with Aunt Minnie and Uncle George. And Aunt Minnie and Maria did some drawing. And Dmitri was left with Uncle George, who basically just wanted to take a nap on a bench down at the beach. So that wasn't great fun, but then GM was in a good mood, and they're looking forward to an excursion, a big excursion. Dmitri describes it as a forest outside of Yalta, a little further than Missandra. So we're going to dive right in with that. Okay, here we go. Aunt Minnie can't come with us tomorrow, so we'll take advantage of our freedom, so to speak. We want to go on horseback via Baidar or Kikineis, because it will be our last riding excursion, and Aunt Minnie, knowing that, wants to accompany us as far as Simeis. Maria swam with us this morning, but tomorrow we won't be going swimming because the horses are frightfully tired, because today they blank strength to Gurzuf with Miss June, who went there with Fryoken to see some relatives. Fryoken, I think, to see some relatives. I'm so glad we only have 6 days left here. Hurrah! But I'm going to try to keep my diary even in Moscow and write as much as possible, except that the 2 days we're traveling I might not be able to write. But we'll see. 10:15. Okay. Nice and simple, except for those Tatar words. So the first one is spelled B-A-I-D-A-R, Baidar, I guess. The second one is K-I-K-I-N-E-I-Z. The third one is S-I-M-E-I-Z. And the last one, Gurzuf, is G-U-R-Z-U-F. And you can look all of them up. I looked all of them up. They're beautiful places. I just don't know how to pronounce them. So Dmitri, I think, is a little relieved that Aunt Minnie can't come with them, because that might create tension, as you already know. She can come only part of the way. Possibly she can come part of the way on horseback. I guess she must have been a good horsewoman herself. And, we'll find out tomorrow what kind of terrain we're talking about and whether horseback is the way to go. Okay, so Maria, after about a week of not swimming, went swimming this on this particular morning, but she wouldn't be able to the next day, because none of them would be able to the next day because the horses would be tired, or are tired, and wouldn't, I guess, even be ready. These must be, I don't know. I mean, they're going to be on horseback tomorrow, but so I don't really know how to make sense of this. In the first place, I didn't know they had to actually ride to wherever it is they go swimming. I mean, they have a pool, right? They're staying on the at the Yusupos estate, and there's a swimming pool there. But sometimes they go swimming in the Black Sea. So I don't get this whole thing about the horses being tired, and that being the reason why they're not going to go swimming on Monday, on the next day. So Miss Junkovskaya has gone off to visit relatives, and she has taken with her a Fryoken. And I just had no idea what that meant. But I managed to find out that I think I found the right thing, that it's like Fräulein, but it's in Scandinavian language. And then I thought, oh, aha, yeah, of course, because Maria's been studying Swedish. She will be marrying a Swedish prince in a few months' time, and Dmitri wanted to study Swedish as well, but didn't think he would be allowed to. But whether he was ultimately allowed to or not, he clearly was able to pick up a few words and was having fun using them. So Fryoken. But when I looked it up, it did say it was obsolete now. So probably in the same way that Fräulein is obsolete, and that in English you don't very often say Miss anymore, just Ms. or Mrs. All right, so he is going to try to keep his diary in Moscow. Well, my friends, I hate to say it, but that resolution is not going to last very long. It's only going to last until the 18th. His last diary entry of 1907 will be on the written on the 18th of October. And then, unfortunately, we'll have to go forward to 1908, and there are no diary entries that either were there are no diaries that either were passed on to Dmitri's son Paul Ilinsky, or that were put in the archive in Russia. So all we have for 1908 are one or two letters that Dmitri wrote to his sister, but I assure you that they're very interesting letters. He was writing letters to her in 1908, 1909, 1910, and then we also will have some letters to Nicholas II, so we will not be without information on what's going on in our friend's life, thank heavens. I would otherwise be very curious and would miss him, and hopefully you would too. So, with that, I will just say that tomorrow's diary entry will be quite interesting with respect to this excursion and other things. So, but it was nice to have a short one today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.